Well, good morning to the first part of our NC500, and I think I've got it right. We're going to Cromray Point to see if we can see some dolphins. So we stayed at a motorhome and caravan park last night. I said before, a couple of nights before was a bit noisy, and you know, we decided a break was good. So after 2 nights of wild camp, we did the motorhome and caravan club. We actually joined the motorhome and caravan club, which was £60, and then we paid our way to stay there. Obviously showers and all the facilities, the black water, the grey water, filling it up with normal water. It just takes all the hassle away from stopping at service stations and asking and finding motorhome dump stations. So it was nice, and that was a Culloden caravan and motorhome campsite. So like I said, now we're on our way to Cromray to hopefully see some dolphins, but I've noticed that the tide is out, and apparently the tide's got to be coming in for the dolphins to chase the fish into the inlet. So we shall see. So welcome to Cromray Point then. We just dumped the motorhome there. It's in 2 disabled parks, but we're literally going to be about 2 minutes. So complain if you want on the comments. There's a height barrier there which doesn't allow us in. So we're just going to make a quick film, take some photographs, then be on our way. This is really scenic. You can see a drone over there.
You hear it?
Yeah. I have seen a dolphin over there, but you can't see much now. Inevitably you get the camera out and there's no activity. I only saw 1 or 2, and the tide is on its way out, which is not good because, like I said before, the tide's supposed to be coming in, I think, for the dolphins to chase the fish into, it's not a bay, is it, into the inlet, as it were. It's lovely and peaceful. There's a massive fort over there, the old lighthouse. Try to keep the camera still so we can pick up anything, but I don't think there is. I think we're out of luck. I'm glad we came down here though. We've got the weather today. There's that nip in the air, but we are so high up that there's going to be a little nip in there, isn't there really? Even with the sun shining. Have a look at this information board down here. Cromray Point on the Black Isle. It's in better days, the information board. Try and look what that fort is. Fort Rose. In the opposite direction. Yeah, there's quite a lot of people down here with cameras and stuff waiting to see the dolphins, but I don't think they're playing out today. Or if they are, like I said before, the tide's wrong. Saw 1 or 2, so we've seen dolphins, I suppose. It says watch out for dolphins, whales and dolphins. I think there's a pleasure boat over there. You can get pleasure boats to go dolphin watching. Nope, I don't think we're going to be in luck. So we'll crack on up the road. So we've just driven round the Black Isle there, and we're at a place called Crometry. So for those people heading back to the mainland from the Black Isles, just watch what you do on your sat nav, because it's brought us down to Crometry, and there is a ferry. It said get the ferry, so I thought, okay, that's novel, we'll get the ferry. But I asked the old timer over there, and he said, yeah, you won't get on, it's for 2 small cars. So but never mind, Crometry's a nice place. And driving around the headland, loads and loads of views. Look at that for a view. Bit of industry, but someone's got to work somewhere. And a lovely beach as well. This would be a really nice, quiet place to come, because the only way in and out of here is either a road that takes you all the way around the headland back onto the mainland, or the little 2-car ferry. Crometry. Right, we're going to head round back and link onto the mainland. So we've made our way up the A9, and we eventually got off the Black Isles. Bit of fun. Drove around the whole place, drove around the whole of the Black Isles. Anyway, this is Dunrobin Castle, and I read the Lonely Guide book to the NC500 like I do, and it said it's a must-see. It is quite impressive, isn't it? Dunrobin Castle. There's a big motorhome car park, I suppose, with motorhomes up there where those 2 people are walking down, and then there's a couple of vans here. We've just left ours up there. We tried to chance our arm down here but couldn't get a space, and as we've walked down here, would you know it, someone's just driven off, but never mind. Yeah, it's quite nice, isn't it? Dunrobin Castle. Quite impressive. Don't know a lot about it. I should have read up on it really, but there'll be some information somewhere, I think. So we've just used the facilities off to one side. The entrance is there. It's £15.50 each. Really haven't got time to justify the use of 31 quid, because we need to crack on up the coast. We're going to Sinclair Castle next, which is an old derelict castle. Unlike this is really plush. Like, we can stand up on a little viewpoint up here on top of the wall. You can get an impression that it's just one of those people, rather like a National Trust place really. We can spend most of the day looking around, bring a picnic, make a special occasion of it. But unfortunately time's against us today, and I do want to see Castle Sinclair and also get John O'Groats in, and then get into the campsite. So we are not going to go into Dunrobin Castle, unfortunately, because time is against us, because we spent most of the morning driving around the Black Isles by mistake. But there you go. Okay, so we've moved from Dunrobin Castle and we've just driven through Ubique, and we're now at Ness Point. And Ness Point is the home of Castle Sinclair Gurney Goal. And it's supposed to be very photogenic down there. So we're going to take a walk down there and have a look. But yeah, it's quite breezy here.
Ladies just said it's pretty cold out there. She's got her gloves on.
in that case, change of plan. It's pretty cold out there, but we're going to have a walk down. That's what it used to look like many years ago. We're going to walk down this track now. So as you come down the track, it's not far actually. That's the motorhome just over there, brings you down, that's Nest Point, brings you to the castle. It's very blustery, the weather's about to change I think, that's what the weather forecast said anyway. God, imagine living out here in the 1700s. Whoa. Sorry about the wind. Ever since humans arrived here, Sinclair Bay has been an anchorage for shipping, awaiting safe conditions to navigate the hazardous Pentland Firth to the north, which is the only sea trade route around Britain other than the British Channel. Many ships have been wrecked in the bay. It provides good fishing for both humans and many sea species that nest on the cliffs and in the sands and the dunes. Its historic importance is emphasised by the Brochs, a Norse village, and 6 castles that are located on its shore. So as we were driving through Wick, I thought of my friend Richard James, who we used to work together in Abbey Wood for 2 years. He comes from Wick. It's a mighty long way away from anywhere, if I'm honest. And as we drove through Wick, we drove out of the north, turned right, headed down to Nest Point, and then Sinclair Castle. Quite foreboding, isn't it, really? So this is part of the John O'Groats Trail. I don't think we're going to be walking there today, but we are definitely going to go to John O'Groats just to say we've been there. I'm not one for really touristy places, but, and again, I apologise for the wind, it will be quite bad on the microphone actually. But we're going to go to John O'Groats. Look at the stacks there. Wow. Wow. Let's have a look further, shall we? Bloody hell, imagine building that. Christ. Imagine living there. I mean, no windows, you know, no glass, remember? Slits and holes in the side for windows. The amount of fires you'd have to actually warm the place. God, there were hard people that lived up here. Very good. Love all the information boards. Fantastic. Take a look round here. I was going to get my drone up, but I'm not quite sure, it's too windy. We'll have have a look round here, and then, but it is blowing inshore, so if it was to take it, it'd be taking it inshore, inland. So, wow, that's quite special, isn't it? I mean, no wonder it's, you know, the condition it's in. This is a really good day for weather. I can only imagine what it's like when it's pouring down with rain and windy. It'd just be, yeah, horrifying actually. And they see the stacks down the bottom. God, it's very rugged. Can't go in, says danger, keep out. But I suppose one of the picture places we can take is from down there looking up, which would be quite good. So let's have a look down the path, shall we? There's an opening here to take us down, and then when we've had a good scout round, we shall think about putting the drone up. But like as I said before, it might be just too windy, and I don't want to lose it. Oh. Isn't this something, eh? All these stone stacks. So I guess we're at low tide now because you can see the floor. What a wonderful thing to see. And the battering from the wind that these things take, constant. Wendy up on the bridge there. She doesn't do heights very well at all, bless her. Never has done. So when you bring to somewhere like this and then you show her a path like that, it kind of puts her off. But again, when you kick your imagination in and imagine when this was a castle, first of all, it is absolutely miles away from anywhere. Secondly, the weather is going to be bad most of the time. And thirdly, no windows, you know, open to the elements. I think that scaffolding's there, isn't it? Castle Sinclair. Wow. I tend to say wow quite a lot, but you know, bring me to these places, it's absolutely fantastic. There's an option of giving this a miss as well. As the day moves on, we want to get to John O'Groats and then to the campsite. It's all very easy to miss it off, but I'm glad I came now. Walk back up this path now. It's not steep, well it is steep, it's just Wendy doesn't like the drop on the left hand side. It's not that much, but you can still hurt yourself. sheltered. Out the other side. Have a look round here. Have a look in the door. Let's have a good look round, eh? You can't see in there because it's all blocked off. But that's the main entrance. This stone was unveiled by His Royal Highness the Prince Charles, Duke of Rothesay, in 2005. To commemorate the first phase of the preservation works. Well, they haven't done very much, have they? Must have run out of money already. I think being here at low tide is even more impressive. God knows that's stood up there still. Right. Back down the bottom. And then we'll have a look around here. Wendy exploring over there. Impressive, isn't it?
Very much so.
Yeah, no, it's a beautiful place.
There's a plaque on there that says, now King Charles visited in 2007 and opened phase 1 of the restoration.
Oh, okay.
It's not got very far, has it, really? You on my way? Just watch my step going down here because it's kind of slippery. I've got a camera bag on my back and I don't want to knack myself. And my knees aren't used to what they used to be. They kind of don't want to bend sometimes, which is annoying. Right, where's Wendy got to? She'll be down here somewhere, trying to cup the microphone. Oh, look at that. There she is, look. Have another look inside here. Like I say, it's all covered in very aging scaffolding to try and hold it up. It's all completely hollowed out inside. The roof's been missing for a long time. Looks like Wendy's phone's just died. That's lovely, isn't it? Really impressive. You alright? Yeah, I guess that.
that's quite come up on the rock there.
Wendy. Right, I'm going to try and get myself to a position where I can get the drone up, and if it'll launch, then fine. But I won't take it up very far because, like I say, I'll let you fly away. Catch you later. So that was Castle Sinclair. I managed to get my drone up, but as you can tell, it's quite windy. So I was a bit apprehensive to fly it in any great direction in case the wind took it. Can you imagine going over the side of the castle and getting buffeted around, and then there's a risk of losing it, so I'm not prepared to do that. So I'm going to add some drone footage to this. I'll add it in now. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. So that's Castle Sinclair, and now we're going to head on to John O'Groats. So here we are, John O'Groats. Well, they said visit, so you know it's worth a call, isn't it? It's part of the NC500. I'm not really good with tourist locations, but it's all good. So we'll have a walk down to the famous sign now. Have a look around, have a smooch around. Have you got your phone with you?
Yeah.
Wendy's got a phone with her, so we can have a beer down here. There's a pub there. That was the first thing Wendy spotted.
It was not the first thing.
She didn't spot the signpost.
I did. You didn't spot the signpost.
It wasn't. We're at John O'Groats. There's a famous signpost. There's a pub there.
My first thoughts were how elated Stevie must have felt coming across all of those
miles and miles and miles from Land's End.
dead end roads.
I know. The end of the UK. Land's End, 874 miles. This is it. Sorry about the wind, it's very, very noisy. But obviously you can see the all-important sign there. New York, 3,230 miles for all the Americans. I'm going to stop recording, I'm going to take a still. So I've just made a right dick of myself. Just been speaking to a couple there. We used to live in Germany, and I thought they were Germans taking pictures, but they're Polish. So basically, I was talking away in German, and she said, "Do I have Polish?" I thought, "Oh shit, looked like a right plonker." Right, I think we've seen enough of the sign, Wendy. Do you? Let's go to the pub, shall we?
What's the opening time for this place?
Do you think we should set off? Okay. So we're not going to the pub. We're going to go to the Dunnet Bay caravan and motorhome place. But yeah, There's a caravan and motorhome parking campsite there as well. Wendy spotted. But actually Dunrobin Bay makes more sense because it gets us in the right direction tomorrow. It is definitely chilly up here, isn't it? So I'm down to minimum battery now. So I'm going to let you guys go, and as always we shall catch you at the next location.